My name is Peter Cook. I am a poet, storyteller, comedian, cook, really anything. I've been doing this for over 30 years. Really. It's really long. I didn't grow up signing. I learned ASL in college when I was 19, and I fell in love. I got infatuated with it. When I started signing, I met lots of people and was able to meet organizations with people that were storytellers. People that were ASL poets that have been here for generations. Why is it important for the deaf culture, the deaf world? Well, when we talk about being deaf, is it just the clothes that we wear or how we eat something? No, it's a language. So I wanted to support the language more. Now think of the word oral. It's not just lip reading and speaking, but through generations, the whole earth, everyone wants to express themselves. Everyone wants to have their thoughts and feelings heard. And there's different ways in order to express yourself. And that's why storytelling and poetry is so important. One challenge that the deaf people have is in the world, people think lit means like literature, reading. But for the deaf people, when they have a story or a lit that they want to tell, they use their language, and it's usually the same. But it could be in a different form. But if you think literature means hearing something, hearing someone talk, or reading, it's not. That's not the only way, or that's not the only thing that it means, which is a challenge that the deaf community can have. Deaf have their own right to their own language and their own culture. They have their own music, their own songs, their own poetry, everything, and most people become fascinated with that. So being a part of the world, and I recognized ASL later, something that just kind of shocked me. So 10 years ago, I went to Holland. And they had a poetry school there that I went to. And most of everyone there that were presenting and taking turns reading their poetry would just read it. And I was the only deaf person there at that workshop. But when it was my turn, everyone was looking at me, and I signed. I had a big signing space, so I needed lots of room. They didn't hear anything, but you could see the poetry. Everyone in that room understood more of what language meant. And they wanted to know more signs after that. So Denmark, England, other countries, other people from different countries wanted to know more. So I got my foot in a door. I got my foot through the door of the poetry world, which is a big deal. My advice would be to not stop. Keep creating. Live your life. Life is always changing. Barriers will come up, but if you really love what you do, don't give up. Keep going. Just keep practicing. Keep going. Don't stop. Again, just try again and again and again. You never know what your work will lead to. Realizing that I would travel the world with my poetry and storytelling, I probably wouldn't have started that if I knew where I would be. But here I am, and I'm happy that I am.